What's going on YouTube? Back for another video discussing why playing it safe is dumb. And like one of the primary reasons is that circumstances can change at any time. Like for example, like my YouTube channel could blow up, videos could be put in the algorithm, a reaction channel could react to my content. Like anything could happen. You know, I definitely view like YouTube as like a wild card where anything can happen. And another aspect of why playing it safe is dumb is the fact that you could be more successful by not playing it safe. So for an example, starting a YouTube channel or a business idea, and like even getting a good degree and like a safe job isn't immune to like layoffs and economic downturns. And like you think like a 9-to-5 job is safe, but really, you know, maybe your boss is like targeting you for some reason, or like any number of things can go wrong with like a 9-to-5 job. You know, and like also like playing small could lead to less growth opportunities and personal stagnation. And the world wants you to play small to control you. And society can't control creative people very well. You know, schools encourage groupthink and not curiosity. You know, you can learn twice as fast about things simply by having a curiosity about how things work. And another aspect from school that keeps us small is that raising your hand and the shame that comes from potentially getting an answer wrong. You know, we refuse to take a risk and look stupid even if it is good for personal growth. And, you know, when you've lost your curiosity, you've definitely taken one step closer to a vegetable status. You're just going to be like a mindless consumer, getting excited for like the next thing to consume, basically. And, you know, even then you think about like the education system in general, it only trains for compliance. It doesn't reward thinking outside the box. You know, do as you're told. Don't ask questions. Be a compliant slave for the system. And one example I have about, you know, why I think playing safe is dumb that I thought up was like, I was watching like Shark Tank on like vacation and stuff like this year, and I saw like Todd Graves and like the story behind like Raising Cane's. And there was a lot of naysayers who thought that his idea was stupid, of like only having a restaurant serving chicken fingers. And even when Graves wanted to secure a bank loan to start the business, the bank loan officers thought that the menu being so limited to only chicken fingers would never work. And it's almost as if simplicity can work, and like Graves wasn't playing it safe, you know. All the people talking down to Graves are proven wrong, and like now he's a billionaire. You know, I'm sure it's like you could use Todd Graves as like an outlier example, but like small bets compound as well. You know, people who win big didn't take one huge leap, you know, like kept taking small risks over time. So I think YouTube is a great example of this. Like you can build up a library of content and videos over time, over years and stuff, and eventually build up an audience that will watch you and will find you, you know, will resonate with what you have to say. And there isn't a mindset that I think is really useful when it comes to this stuff, as well as like make a habit of imagining like maybe you'll die in a year. You know, what would you do differently today? You know, I think the idea of memento mori is really important because it helps you to remember, like, you'll obviously die and stuff and whatever, but it encourages you to take more risks, you know, be more present, not play it safe, and like realize that like playing it safe is boring. And yeah, you know, I think growing up and everything, we become conditioned to think like, oh yeah, we gotta do the 9-to-5 job, we gotta play it safe and whatever. Like, it's not safe at all to like I don't think the 9 to 5 job is safe, even if you get a degree that's useful, like accounting or engineering or whatever. Like, you're not exactly safe in like an economic downturn, or if, you know, your boss is going after you for something, or, you know, like could literally come up with like trumped up charges to write you up for and stuff like that. You know, I mean, anything can happen really with, you know, 9 to 5 jobs. But yeah, I mean, I think that's really all I had to say for this video. Like, you know, comment your thoughts below and subscribe if you want, and have a good one.